Hi guys, it's Kimbu here, and today I am ridiculously excited to bring you guys a Black Ops 3 Noclip exploration. Oh my god, I never thought I'd see the day. So I haven't played Black Ops 3 in a super long time. It is 100 fucking gig with all DLCs installed, which I had because I bought the season pass for some reason. For a long time I uninstalled it because I didn't play it, plus I needed space. But recently I've installed it, I've come back to it, and in the time I've been away, there is now Steam Workshop support for the game. So had a little look around, found a little mod that grants you the ability to use the console, the good old console. It's a little different to how I'm used to, but it's still so much easier than that of like Black Ops, like the original. So today I'm bringing you a Noclip exploration of the Giant, which is the Deriz remake in Black Ops 3. So if you're unfamiliar with this series, what we basically do is use the Noclip console command, which is the one that turns off collision. We can go through buildings, solid buildings, things like that, to have a look at the map, have a look at some interesting things we may have missed before, trying to uncover perhaps some secrets, i.e. the Hanging Man, like we did in the original. So stay around. If you haven't seen any of the other episodes, I will link them on screen or in the description for your convenience. So as I said, today we're joined with a Giant. I will do all of these for all maps because I have DLC. Plus I can do it for multiplayer maps as well. It's a glorious thing. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. So I hope you're excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. And best of all, I've bound Noclip to a key. How useful is that? So, if we fly back to the starting room, we can get an idea of where we're going to go with. So, if you haven't seen the original exploration on Deriz back in World at War, I'll link that because, honestly, it's a completely different map. Yes, it's the same, but the aesthetic appeal of the map, how it looks, is crazy. Plus, the perks are in different places and they swap around, the zombies are different, things like that. It's a very, very good map. So, let us start by having a look behind the barriers like we did in the first one. So down here we got a much more illuminated, busy feel to it. But once again, like the original, we just have an empty corridor. Unlike the original though, there is actually just a wall instead of just nothing, which is quite interesting. If we check down the opposite side, likewise there is just another wall. If you're wondering, this is also solid. After all, is a zombie spawn, so you would expect it to be solid. So that's pretty interesting. Behind here, as you can see here, this once more is all solid, like in the original. You can shoot the ground and everything. Here we have the teddy bear, and like the original, the teddy bear is just sat there chilling, doing its thing. Notice how they haven't changed that, which is quite interesting. All the way behind here is all of this kind of backdrop stuff we'll get to in a second. If we, oh god, that went a bit quick. If we turn Noclip back on, just to have a look kind of inside the map first of all, I think would probably be best. But again, you know, it depends how interesting it is. Behind these barriers and stuff, these are pretty much always the same. So there's not too much crazy stuff happening. This just leads elsewhere. If we have a look in Pack-a-Punch, if you're ever wondering what it's like when it's closed, it's basically like a see-through door, as I'm sure you can see right now. And of course, here is Pack-a-Punch in all of its glory. Don't know if I can give myself money. Does that work? No, didn't expect it to. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So covered that. We've got the moon. We'll have a look at the moon because I'm wondering if it's still not a skybox. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Right. So let's have a look at the most exciting bit of the map, arguably, which is behind here. So like the original, this bit of lovely architecture is here. Here we have a teddy bear. We have not quite sure what that is. Looks like some sort of concussion grenade or something. Again, I'm not up to scratch on the lore. Yeah, it does actually look like a grenade. I wonder if you shoot it, does that do anything? It doesn't. We've got the monkey bomb. We've also got the Bowie knife like in the original. And we just have like a few extra bits of debris here and there just to make it look that bit prettier. We've got the control panel here. I always liked it in Black Ops 3 how you can actually see your legs. Like that's something I praise COD for because they never did that and now they've done it. So that's quite cool. Here we have the robot from Origins back in Black Ops 2. If you're ever wondering, there's nothing inside of the head. Also the chain is, I don't know, it's kind of flowing. But yeah, that's that. Inside the robot, nothing inside of the robot. The robot is also not solid, funnily enough, and it's quite low textured when you look at it up close, as you can see here. Very, very low res. Likewise with the crane is quite low res as well, and that's also not solid. Behind we have these buildings, which I don't believe were in the original. I could be wrong there. Again, just adding to the whole aesthetic appeal of the map. And once more over here we have chimneys, good old chimneys, like the chimneys over there. These are pretty much just the same. Don't quite know what's happened here. I'm gonna fly away and pretend that didn't happen. Is that me breaking the skybox? I'm not sure. I'm a bit worried because I haven't I've never done like a practice record of this, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's that. Pretty interesting. We'll leave that to its own thing. We've got a big old fat barrier up here, and of course down here we have another barrier which leads to a surprise, an empty room. Oh my god. Here we have another teleporter, as you can see here. This is where you... what the fuck is that? That looks like a place you can buy guns, but I might be wrong. Another barrier behind here with some... I don't think it's supposed to look like that. Oh, that's strange. So the decal is proper bugged, as you can see here. It's like see-through. That's very strange. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I've never noticed it. But yeah, here you go. Again, all solid because obviously it's a zombie spawn. Elsewhere, we have inside this little bit, we have this really, really big empty open room. Nothing too crazy inside of it. Where are we at the moment? Okay, so we pop up here and we're down here. Okay, cool. So let's have a little look inside these barriers just to see if we can get anything. Nothing too crazy in here. Here we've got a good old jug. Nothing else. This door interlinks with this, which is quite cool. And of course, over here we have arguably one of the most interesting bits. So you remember in the if you saw it, that is the original Dari's Noclip exploration, I looked at this bit over here, mainly because this is supposed to be the area where the dogs get tested. This is where like the whole beef of the story comes in, everything like that. And I Noclip through this door, and there was somewhat of a room behind it. Now, naturally, because this is a remake, it has been fleshed out quite a lot. We have some more blood. We have some more signs, debris. You know, got some blood coming down here, things like that. You also have wood on the door, as you can see here. This has been blocked up, presumably so people can't get into it. So let's have a look inside, shall we? Yeah, and there's nothing. Cool. Okay, gas that up a bit. So that's very interesting, because it seems like before in the original, they had somewhat of a room in here, but now they don't. So that's quite interesting. Also, there is nothing behind here, just in case you were flipping your shit. So yeah, that is that. Let's fly a little bit higher so we can get a look at all these buildings behind here. Over there's the teleporters. We'll get to those in a sec because I think it'll be quite interesting to look at, like in the original. These buildings are all 2D. Nothing overly crazy happening around here. We've got double tap. We've got yet another barrier, which you can kind of fall through. And I've never actually noticed that. They actually have like a little train carriage down there. So we go down here. We've got bars of gold, which is pretty neat. We've got blood decals over here. What's that up there? Don't know what that is. Yeah, we got a whole train. There is actually an interior to the train. Oh, okay. What's this blue line? And also, when I try and get in it and I disable collision, why does it push me out? So many questions. Why are there red lines now? This is very strange. Have I just discovered something? What are these lines? Where are these lines pointing to? They go all the way over here. Where do these lead to? And they just kind of stop here. Do you know what? I don't have a clue what that is. I don't know if I've just broken the game or something. Is this some sort of Easter egg that I've accidentally triggered? Or if I just bugged the game out. Look at that. That's very strange, isn't it? That's extremely strange. So that goes all the way to here. And we've got the blue lines. Where did the blue lines go to? They'll probably extend as far upwards as possible, I can imagine. Oh, this is very strange. Did they go anywhere? Oh, and they've disappeared. Okay, do you know what? I'm just gonna pretend like I know what just happened, because in truth I don't have a fucking clue what just happened. Yeah, not sure what that was. Have they disappeared now? Oh my god, they have. Wow. So confused. So, are they still in there again? Yeah, they are. Oh my god. Okay, this is really weird. So, if you go inside of this train cart, and then you disable collision, it pushes you out, and these little lasers appear, which extend all the way through here, through the barrier, and then just sort of end here. Is there any significance in that? I don't know, but that has actually blown my mind. So would you look at that? For once we found something interesting. Fucking hell. So yeah, that's that. We'll move away from that now because I spent way too long. Down here we have the classic little drop thing with the Maxis little plaque. Nothing overly crazy over here. Nothing out of control. Once again, we have this corridor that goes all the way down, and would you look at that? Doesn't go anywhere. Cool. So we've done most of that. Let's have a look around here first. So we've got this room here. We've got this empty room. We've got this bit here, and we have the hanging man. The hanging man is still here. Does he have? He has very, very poor collision. That's what he has. And then his lines are back again. Would you look at that? Where does that go up to? Very strange. Perhaps this is something to do with the Noclip, because it's a mod. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, I would say that it's probably some sort of debug option. But I don't know. It still waved me out nonetheless. So yeah, we got that. As you can see here, we got somewhat of like a reflection. But yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. Likewise with all of these buildings, just like how they were in the original. Nothing overly crazy. In this water down here, where before we had the dead guy, we no longer have the dead guy, which is quite sad. Can we fall? No, there's somewhat of a barrier. Oh, and I've broken it. Oh, where am I? Okay, now I set off more blue lines. Wow, this is a mess, isn't it? This is a massive mess. So yeah, not entirely sure what that is. Down here, like always, we've got these ladders which don't function as ladders, funnily enough. And we have about 20,000 red lines pointing in this direction. I wonder what that could mean. Perhaps it's when you go into a place you shouldn't go. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So yeah, I think we've covered most of what we have to cover. Obviously, you have these fat fucking lines around. We're going to have a look at the teleporters, see if they're any different. What is this? Got a floating flag there. That's always nice. So, inside of the teleporters, as you can see here, they seem to be a lot better than the ones we had in the original, where we have reflections, which made it really hard to see where it began and end. But in case you are unfamiliar with the point of these, every time you go in a teleporter, you're put into one of these black boxes and you're placed pretty much in front. There's no collision. You're placed pretty much in front of one of these decals. So this goes on, it seems like you're teleporting when in reality you're not, you're just staring at this. But there's 4 separate boxes for 4 separate players. So you don't share a box, everyone's in their own little box, which is quite cute. So that's how teleporting works, if you're ever wondering. Still got help on the roof. Where's the SOS? I forget where the SOS is. I'm not going to try and find it. But yeah, that's pretty much all we can cover. I'm not going to be able to go and visit the moon because the skybox just completely destroys itself. It's almost like a bit of a Saw situation here. You go too far out, it fucks the game up. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, that's pretty much the end. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope this was useful to you, because after all, this is quite an interesting thing to come by. I mean, it's not often that you can no-clip on newer CODs. It's a very, very rare thing for this to happen. So let me know if you want to see more of this, i.e. multiplayer maps, zombies maps, anything really, because I can do it for basically any map in the game as far as I am aware. So yeah, hook me up with a little cheeky comment if you want any map in particular. Got all DLC, as I said before, so any particular ones, then let me know. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please do feel free to leave a like on the video. If you guys could also drop a comment and also subscribe to this channel if you're feeling nice enough, then that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, I'll see you guys on my next video. This is Skimboot, signing out.